XRP HBAR and a few other coins have started to get excited about this. I know a lot of you are going to ask why that is. Why are there a few rate changes in XRP? Is there big news? What is really going on in these markets, and what do you think XRP will do next week? The main event was none other than Trump's inauguration. Sorry about that. Well, there are some really cool things going on in the markets right now that I know many of you don't know about because I saw them on YouTube and no one else is talking about them right now. Hopefully these records will help you get ready to possibly make a lot of money if you use them. If you use the information I'm going to give you guys correctly, you could make a lot of money. So I need you men to pay attention because there are some really exciting changes happening in the market. First, because what we're seeing is a mix of rising prices, different options, and a 10-year beware yield that's getting close to 5%. There are some connections with the Volmageddon event in February 2008, which led to a huge market crash. Every single day, the chances of a panic-driven drop are growing. So does this mean that the crypto markets are going to crash? I'm going to explain why this isn't possible very soon. Finally, we'll pay the bills. I'm going to explain why this isn't possible very soon. Also, I'm going to explain why we are seeing a huge amount of money come into XRP and HBR in particular so quickly. But understanding this relationship is also very important because speed will play a role again in 2025. And I think a lot of people won't lose a lot of money when this starts to play out. We could see Volvo get in on February 5th, 2018, while some exchange traded products, ETPs, drop by 90% or more due to swings in the market. At the moment, the market is starting to show some similarities. This is a headline from February 2018 that now shows up as a different friend. As inflation rises again and the job market gets stronger, the chances of a charge hike are going up. Bank of America has said that rate cuts will end in 2025. This means that the chances of rate hikes are higher than the chances of rate cuts. For example, if you live in a country with stagflation or inflation and can't handle both a deficit and a debt at the same time, in general, this is not a good place for any business to be in. And the United States of America is not a very weak country right now. But there is also good news, which I will talk about in a moment. We can see that even on Wednesday, the Fed assembly meetings were made public and correctly called out Trump's new rules. The Fed pays special attention to changes in exchange rates, rules for immigrants, the economy, and rules and regulations. It is likely that the same tax cuts that caused the Fed to raise rates in 2018 will be kept in place. That's a pretty exciting change that we're about to make. There is going to be a lot of money and liquidity in the market, and it looks like the Fed might be going to raise rates. Now, what does this almost imply? Well, if you look at the interest rate that many banks offer for loans like car loans, mortgages, and credit cards, there's no sign that it has lost any of its value. They've saved them very high. So what the Fed says doesn't really affect the market that much, no matter what many people think. You know, for sure that the banks are doing what they need to do, and they're not even listening to the Fed right now because they're all different. This is something that many people don't actually understand. So now we'll look at what the money market price ranges put out, which is something completely crazy. In fact, right now we should be seeing all-time numbers that go over 2020 very soon. As a result, many popular technical indicators are moving in the direction of a very strong buying signal. For a few cryptocurrencies that are already well known in the market like XRP and HBAR, it's not often that you see a moving average that shows one neutral signal and 14 great buy signals. This was happening just before XRP's huge price increase, and we can see the same thing happening for HBAR right now. That's pretty much a good reason for it. Right now, big things are happening for HBAR. You can see that NVIDIA, whose market value is $306 trillion, just released the Blackwell AI platform. That's giving up to 25 figures of performance and running big language models between 600 and 700 Gadgets are expected to be shipped, which will likely bring in more than 210 billion in sales. Along with Intel and EKTT Labs, NVIDIA has teamed up with HBAR for the verified compute, which aims to enhance AI governance and transparency throughout this whole technology. HBAR will play a very important role in AI governance and transparency in the future. It looks like it's going to be huge. I believe it's a huge need that will come up in the future. Governments will probably start saying that HBAR needs to be a part of the AI governance councils in order for many of these AI products to even work. This is because if HBAR isn't there, these AIs can do things that are dangerous for American people. That is crazy. There's a whole new use case for cryptocurrency that many people weren't really expecting. And that's why I think you should be paying close attention to software-based products like HBAR, XRP, and XLM right now. If, as examples, we can see that some people think HBAR is incredibly undervalued because of what's happening here. So let's talk about the market's real short, because what XRP is right now could be nothing short of shocking. You should look at the whole market right here. Most coins are struggling to get even 1% gains in a single day. Bitcoin is down 0.17%. Ethereum is down 0.53%. And XRP is up almost 10% in one day. This is